Hey there, it's Ed Rush, 5-time number one best-selling author and former F-18 fighter pilot, with you with your challenge for this month. And actually, your challenge for this month is to follow the wisdom pyramid. Let me explain what this is. I'm going to walk through this kind of step by step, and then as I build up on this, I'm going to share what your action item is for the end of it. Let's start down here at the bottom. So, in the wisdom pyramid, on the left-hand side is effort in. On the right-hand side is result out. And as it builds up, you'll see it's smaller and smaller because the effort is smaller and smaller, but the output is so much higher near the top. Now, reaction is where most people live. If you look at our culture today, where you read to the bottom of any blog, or for that matter, any political news story, you'll see that most people live in a reaction. I'll give you an example. Most entrepreneurs and business owners, when they wake up in the morning, the very first thing you do is roll over and check your phone with your texts and your emails. That's living in a reaction mode. When you're living in reaction, you're checking your email, checking social media a lot, and you're living on the whims of someone else. Okay, that's at the bottom. You're not getting much stuff done here. You're just sort of reacting. You feel very busy, but you're not very productive. Now, the next part up is data. Data is where your rubber is starting to meet the road just a little bit, but not much. Data is important in a business. You need to understand, for example, that your opt-in page converted, at 16%, or 1 out of every 3 people that walk into our store buy something, and the average ticket is $27. That's data right there. Data is important, but it doesn't actually do much for you until you start to use it, and that's when you start to get into knowledge. Now, knowledge is the very first time where the 80-20 rule begins to get flipped. You can see right now you're putting in about 20% effort and things are becoming easier. You're getting about an 80% return from it. You're feeling better about yourself. You're feeling better about your business and your calling. Knowledge, for example, would be, data would be 16% is your opt-in rate. Knowledge would be, now here's another page to try. That way we'll move it to 20%. Or for example, 1 out of every 3 people buy something in our store at a $27 average ticket. Knowledge would be maybe adding an upsell script right at the counter there, that maybe someone could buy a tie or a pair of socks or add something into their order. That's knowledge. Now, knowledge is where you actually start paying people for advice. This is when you start hiring maybe coaches and consultants to give you some ideas. Data is typically free, but knowledge, you're going to invest in yourself. But really what you want to invest in is up here at the top, which is wisdom. Now, wisdom would look at a business and go, no. You don't even need an opt-in page at all. Here's what you actually need to get new leads and customers. This comes with experience. But when you're in wisdom, you're in flow. You're operating at maybe 4%, getting about 96% out of it. You're really feeling great about yourself. And by the way, this is where most smart business owners are investing their energy and their effort is in getting great advice for their business so that when they do these 1 or 2 things, it makes all the change in the world. That's one of the reasons why one of the things I do in my private coaching and consulting days is you and I sit down and we find the 2 or 4, up to 4 things that drive all of your leads, customers, and sales. In other words, all of your revenue. What I found is that most business owners are trying about 100 different things to make money, and they feel guilty about the other 100 things that they're not doing. And normally there's 2 to 4 things that will drive all of your revenue and all of your peace of mind. Actually, that's up at wisdom. And by the way, the very top, if you're so inclined, is divine wisdom. When you are connecting with your creator on a new and unique level and hearing from him. One of the things we do at our events is I teach people how to listen to God on behalf of their business and get answers. And you'd be surprised, I've had Muslims and Buddhists and Hindus and atheists and Christians and every kind of person from all walk of life be able to do that. Now, your challenge for this month is really simple. Your challenge is to look at the time of your day, the time that you spend working, and ask yourself, how much of it is spent in reaction? How much of it is data? How much knowledge? And how much is spent inside of wisdom? Wisdom would be those things when you do them, you just know they're working. Like when you just implement, you know that you're going to get a result fairly quickly. And that's the level that you want to be operating at. Okay, so that's your challenge for this month. Go after it and let me know how it went. I'll talk to you soon.